clinics, we see all sorts of different people with different issues. If they come in with something that we can't treat in the clinic on that day, we find out how to make it happen. We don't just say, we're sorry, we can't treat you. We find who can treat them. We set up transportation. We write a referral letter to the doctors. Sometimes it's not simple, and the thing that's amazing about Andrew and Sering is they don't give up. They keep looking until they find who they need.
This is a case where she came into our clinic and she had what looked to be a clinical case of skin TB in her face. She's 5 years old. This is a contagious disease, very deadly, and you would think that it'd be very easy to just get this girl to the hospital and she would get the care that she needs. We took her to the hospital. A dermatologist at the hospital confirmed our diagnosis that what we were looking at was skin TB, but they said that they lacked the resources to properly treat it there and referred us to the National Tuberculosis Center in Kathmandu. We had to pull together a lot of paperwork from the local health post, from the district health office, from the regional hospital, in order to have the proper documentation to send her to the national center so that she could receive the proper treatment, all of which we collected for her and sent her off to the big city with her mother. But what you don't realize is that people that come from the rural areas are mostly illiterate. And they get to Kathmandu and they go to the big hospital and they can't read the signs and they get easily confused and they get afraid of the system, and so they bail. And that's what happened to Sushmita is that instead of getting the proper care that she needed, instead her mother took her to a local pharmacist and was given sort of an antibiotic, which not only would not help with the tuberculosis, but would probably give rise to drug resistance in the disease, and was on her way to take her back to the village. She was just going to go back there and continue to get worse, infect her friends, infect her family, and ultimately die of complications of the disease. We happened to catch her before they left Kathmandu, and through a lot of effort of Sering and myself, we got her to Patton Hospital. The family had already lost all the paperwork that we provided them, so we had to get them into pediatrics and convince the doctors to listen to us and to get the screening tests that were necessary to get her enrolled in DOTS, which is the system for treating tuberculosis in Nepal.
We saw literally on the paper that, okay, Sushmita is put on a DOTS program, and finally Sushmita is getting the help that she needs.
I think that the role of our organization is case management. So there's always going to be a certain amount of helping people navigate the system. So hopefully that's always going to be part of what we do. But these are Herculean efforts. They take a lot of time and resources. We're sort of limited in how many of those cases we can even possibly manage.
We literally are their guardians for now. I hope in future it improves and there are many helping hands.
In looking at the future of our project and what we see as the necessity to help influence change in the rural areas as far as the healthcare system is concerned, we need to train doctors that think like us. In order to expand beyond Makwanpur, what we really need to do is Nepalize our entire program. No system that relies on foreign practitioners will ever be sustainable here. It's just plainly too expensive. Now we have this relationship with this school in Kathmandu, the Rural Health Education and Service Center, which is just getting off the ground. A combination of their training and our mentorship in the field will produce a more well-rounded and integrated type healthcare worker.